justice for all.
Mark, if you read the conflict of interest, please.
Under state law, a conflict of interest exists if a commission member or certain members of that person's family has a qualifying financial interest in an agenda item. Members with a conflict of interest cannot participate in the discussion nor vote on the agenda item. Are there any known conflicts of interest to disclose at this time?
None.
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 I just have one on the consent agenda, G.
Okay.
Item number 3, announcements with respect to the items not listed elsewhere on this agenda. The City Commission may report on items of community interest, including announcing community events, announcing employees of community recognition. Item 3A, Mayor's announcements. Do you have any announcements, Mayor?
Yes, I do have a few. We had the opening of our Harlingen Animal Shelter on Monday. If you can follow them on their Facebook page, they are looking for volunteers. You can still volunteer, fill out an application, and you can find any lost pets on the Facebook page. So asking everybody to go, show them support, and share their page, like it and follow it, so that way you're informed on any lost pets in our community. Also, yesterday we had a press conference at the Harlingen Airport, at Valley International Airport. Very exciting news. We had a press conference with the City of Harlingen, HCISD, and Valley International Airport. They unveiled a aviation program for students at HCISD. Amazing stuff. These kids are going to be able to get certified to fly drones and also be able to get their pilot's license upon graduating from high school. So really, really fun stuff. Speaking of the airport, we also received a $4.5 million grant from the FAA for the new air traffic control tower over at the airport. We also had a proclamation, not here at the City Commission, but 2 of them presented, one to the Junior Catholics Daughters of America for the City of Harlingen, and they celebrated their 10-year anniversary, and these young ladies are just pride themselves on servicing the community and their church as well. We also had Black History Month at the Convention Center right here, and Javier and his staff did an amazing job with that event. Ms. Mary Benton, that works at the Houston Mayor's Office, was the speaker, and it was a wonderful event. We also, some of the commissioners and myself, city management, and the EDC went to Matamoros, spoke with the mayor in Matamoros and business leaders, also Index Mexico, Index Reynosa, Laredo, and others, just to strengthen those ties. And last but not least, we are here at the Harlingen Convention Center. I want to invite all of you back on Saturday. They are going to be hosting a boxing event right here, and doors open at 6 p.m. You can go to their Facebook page and sign up to get tickets. The last event was a standing room only. It was tickets sold really fast, so I encourage you to do that. Thank you for indulging me.
Item B, City Manager's announcements.
I would like to announce that the new trash routes that we've covered extensively will commence on March 4th. The only people impacted are the ones that received their garbage pickup on Wednesday and Saturday. Also, the Jalapeno 100 will be this weekend. And also, Commissioner Morales, are you going to mention your walk this weekend and invite everyone?
Yes, you can mention that, and I'll mention it as well.
Okay. Walk with Commissioner Morales will be this Saturday at Royal Park at 9 o'clock.
It's the Arroyo Park off of New Hampshire.
Yes. Yes. And that's all I have.
Item C, City Commission members' announcements.
The only thing I'd like to mention is early voting is going on. So make sure you get out and exercise your right as a citizen of this great country to have a say in who's going to be leading us. That's all I got.
I have nothing. Okay, I'll just echo what was said earlier, and I hear an echo. No. Yes, I think I'm the last leg on this 5K walk. It'll be at 9 o'clock on Saturday at the Arroyo Park. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess he's the last one. So, anyway, everybody's welcome. I appreciate it if you could go. I'll see you there. Thank you.
And I just wanted to recognize something, this past Saturday, from my understanding, was our city manager's birthday, Gabriel Gonzalez. And I just wanted to tell him happy belated birthday on behalf of the city commission, and thank you for everything he does for the city.
Thank you, Commissioner. I'm not going to tell everybody my age.
And he worked all day.
Whatever it is, it's younger than mine.
All right.
Item number 4, presentation of awards. A, Mayor's Business of the Month Award, Bloomers Boutique and Floral Designs.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you all so much, audience, for joining us here today at the Harlingen Convention Center. Every month, the city recognizes a Mayor's Business of the Month, and this is an effort to showcase local businesses in Harlingen. And this month, they have selected Bloomers, and I'm sure many of us have gone there. It's a beautiful place, a beautiful boutique located in Cary. And so the communications and media department did put together a video to highlight Bloomers, and I'd like to play that before we invite them up for their award.
So I started working for Bloomers when I was 16 years old, and I worked here under the previous owner for about 20 years, and then I bought it January of 2021. So we carry Consuela is one of our biggest lines. We also carry John Hart. We carry lots of gifts, jewelry. We try to find lots of Texas lines. We try to find little things that you can't just find in big box stores. So we love to do that. We look for high quality items. We also do florals for every day. We do florals for wedding and events and funerals, all kinds of things. So we offer a wide variety of services and products in stores. We pride ourselves on our customer service. We offer complimentary gift wrapping with every purchase. We offer delivery for all of our gift products and flowers as well. Because of our loyal customers, we're able to give back to the community, so we try to donate items or whatever we can to local events as much as we possibly can, and the only reason we're able to do that is because people choose to shop local with us. And so we're very grateful for us because we have a passion for our community and for growing Harlingen. And so without our local customers and the new customers that we have, we wouldn't be able to do that and give back. So we're very grateful for that. We have an incredible staff that loves to be here and is happy and loves their job. So we are proud to offer all of our flower arrangements online. It's bloomersharlingen.com. You can shop our website, order for local delivery or pickup. Also, we do a lot of social media. So on Instagram, it's Bloomers Harlingen, and the same for Facebook, Bloomers Harlingen as well. If you follow us, like us, we are always post when we have sales or events. New products, we get new products in weekly, and so that's the best way to follow us and keep up with what we're doing and ways to shop local and support your local businesses.
In a round of applause for Bloomers. So I'd like to invite the owner, Lisa Human, as well as Katie Hodge, who is the manager, up, and they'd like to share a few words.
Thank you so much for just recognizing us. We are very grateful for the city, for all that you do, not only just for us, but for all the small businesses in town. It means so much to us. We especially us, we are very passionate about giving back. And so we love to give back to local charities and events, and we do as much as we possibly can. And so without y'all's support and the support of our community, we wouldn't be able to do that. So thank you so much for the recognition.
Well, I learned a lot from your short video. I didn't know the history that you worked there as a young girl and then purchased it. That is definitely the American dream. So kudos to you, and it's exciting to hear these stories. Every time I learn a little bit more about small businesses, every time we're able to highlight them, and so it just gets me more excited to be able to support you and the stuff. I know that you are constantly, when we go to these live the auctions, that there'll be something from Bloomers there, and we know that you give back, and so we appreciate you. We're here to support you, and we're just excited for the future of Bloomers. Will the commission join me so we can take a photo and provide her with her award?
So we love having high school students join us for our commission meeting, and they are here because the Harlingen High School South girls water polo team actually won the bi-district championship. So after district, they went on to bi-district and secured that win. And so I'd like to invite their coach up to share a few words.
Hello, hello. Yeah, I just want to say thank y'all for having us and recognizing my girls. They worked really hard throughout the year for many years. Some of them are still very young, so we'll be giving a few back, but I'm really, really proud of them. I've been at this for 11 years, and last year was our first year officially being a UIL sport, and Harlingen South, and most of these girls can say they're the first district champions in our district from Harlingen South. So I'm really proud of them for that. And we're able to repeat it again this year. And I'm gonna go ahead and have my one of my captains come up and say a few words. Bree?
Thank you for recognizing us. We've become, well, since this is our second year, we had a lot of the same team, but this year a lot of our seniors are graduating, but, well, including me. But we worked really hard, so thank you. I'm really grateful for our coaches, Hector and Jerry. So, yeah, thank you for recognizing us.
Well, that's wonderful, awesome. Can we get the team to come up and take a photo with us,
Absolutely.
Coach? And Commission?
So I had the opportunity to watch these young ladies play in their Bird Bowl up against Harlingen High, and it was an amazing game. They went into double overtime, maybe triple overtime, right? I had never seen a water polo match in my life, and these ladies made me water polo fans. It was the most exciting game I'd ever seen. So congratulations, ladies.
I was gonna say, mention who won.
Yes, I think they, Amanda, do you have the proclamations?
Right there. Christina has them right there.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I can see why.
Coach. Coach. Coach, is this the entire team?
I'm still missing a few.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm still missing a few. They had some other activities that they had to attend.
okay.
And I'll probably have some more later. Some more of you guys. How many of you guys are sophomores? No sophomores? One? And a freshman. So I might have you, I might be your teacher eventually, but the rest of them, some of them I've had. And I know the ones that I have had, two I currently have right now, they're great students. They try really hard, and despite me giving them tons and tons and tons of homework, they still have good grades and they still are able to perform at a high level. So I just want to congratulate you all you ladies. Congratulations. Hello? Okay, so on the City of Harlingen congratulates and proudly presents this award to the Harlingen South Hawks Water Polo Girls Team 2023-2024 with Ellie Wainscott as goalie, Savannah Grisby, Mia Gonzalez, Bella Hinojosa, Eva Ruiz, Jacqueline Mercado, Isabel Pereda, Grace Garcia, Brianna Robinson, Mia Hinojosa, Sofia Gonzalez, Gabriela Molina, Isabel Lutrick, Daniela Gonzalez, Miranda Perez, J.C. White, and Sophia Williams. And of course, their head coach, Hector Castaneda Jr., for their being district champs and by-district champs, and in recognition of their excellent athletic performance and sportsmanship in water polo competition, presented by the mayor on this 21st day of February 2024. And the city is very, very proud of each and every single one of you. Okay?
Oh, okay, all right. So everyone here that's present right now is also part of the girls swim and dive team. So not only were they by-district champions in water polo, they're phenomenal athletic performers, so they also secured the district championship in girls swim and dive as well. So I thought there was a whole nother team, but it's the same team that's here today. Congratulations. So we do have another award for you. If you'd like to present the award, Mayor, I will grab it really quick.
I think I'll we'll see if Commissioner Perez can get the names right this time. Commissioner?
Okay. On behalf of the City of Harlingen, the City of Harlingen congratulates and proudly presents this award to the Harlingen South Hawks girls swim team. let's see if I get this right this time, Ellie Wainscott, Daniela Gonzalez, Mia Hinojosa, Gabriela Molina, Angelina Lowry, Savannah Grisby, Isabella Pereira, Mia Gonzalez, Sofia Gonzalez, Miranda Perez, JC White, Jacqueline Mercado, Isabel Lutrick, Brianna Robinson, Sophia Williams, Leila Duran, Eva Ruiz, and Sofia Reyes. And of course, Coach Castaneda, you guys were crowned district champions on January 26, 2024 in Westlaco, Texas, and in recognition of their excellent athletic performance and sportsmanship swimming competitions presented on this 21st day of February by the mayor, Norma Sepulveda. Congratulations. Awesome.
Really quickly, I also want to recognize that last year my girls again were district champions in swimming and diving, and last year was the first time since 2003 that Harlingen South was district champ, so we're able to repeat that. So congratulations to them and their hard work.
And we also want to recognize their diving coach who's here today, Yvonne Moran. So feel free to come join us as well for a picture. Oh no, sorry.
Item number 5, citizens' communication. At this time, the public is invited to address the city commission and speak on any matter not specifically listed for public hearing elsewhere in the agenda. Please note that the city commission members may not respond to comments or deliberate on topics addressed. Mayor, we have 3 people that signed up for citizens' communication. However, Mr. Evangelio Anaya is not present, so therefore we provided copies to the city commission to be informed of his request. The second one is Raymond Reyes. Is he here?
I don't
Okay.
see him present.
And the third one, Mayor, is Domingo Ramirez. He's in the audience.
You just approach the podium and state your name, sir. You can pick up that if it helps. Yes, sir.
Good evening. My name is Mr. Ramirez. What brings several of my neighbors and I here today is our concerns with how the code enforcement department officers have been choosing to selectively enforce some of the city's codes on a certain demographic of the city and not on others. Multiple families in our neighborhood were recently sent letters instructing us to move our basketball courts from the grassy areas near the curb to further back onto our properties. We had all previously been sent letters to move them from the street onto the grass, but now that seems to be an issue as well. Our concern and question to you all tonight is why your officers don't seem to want to apply this rule and others towards the more affluent neighborhoods in the city. After we received our letters, I had a hunch that this ordinance was only being enforced in the poorer or predominantly Hispanic neighborhoods. And so I decided to hop on Google Maps and take a drive around the older, wealthier parts of town and see if my suspicions were correct. Now, I'd like to tell you that I was surprised by what I found, but as we all know, it's all about who you know or who you are or what you do. I first went by the Lake Drive and Woodland Drive areas out by the city lake, and, well, there's a basketball court right by the street, just like all of ours are. Then I thought, well, maybe they only allow it out there because a current dean of UTRGV or a former city commissioner lived down that street. Let's see if the good folks over in Treasure Hills have to follow the rules like the rest of us do. And well, there's a basketball court. It's been on that street since June of 2022. And a second one, and a third one on that same street. Again, been there since at least the early part of last year and probably longer. All three of them are still out there, by the way, just in case anyone's wondering. I stopped looking after that because frankly I'd seen all I needed to see. Now your code enforcement officers might just want us to believe that, well, they can't possibly find everything everywhere. Yet one person was able to find just this in about 10 minutes without even having to get in my vehicle. You don't find anything where you don't look. You all were voted into office because people were tired of the affluent, well-connected citizens in this town being able to live by a different set of rules than the rest of us. And yet here we are, different people, same old thing, which is really disheartening because I really thought you guys were going to be different. And so I say all of that to say this. I'm not going to move my basketball court from where I have it. I'm going to continue to play outside and make memories with my kids that are going to last them a lifetime, just like mine have since I was their age. And if your code enforcement officers have an issue with that, then I look forward to them answering in court why they've chosen to selectively enforce these codes upon a certain socioeconomic group of people and not others. Thank you for your time. God bless.
Thank you, Mr. Ramirez. As the city secretary said, we're not allowed to engage and respond, and so I don't want you to feel that we don't want to respond, but definitely taking into consideration, and this is something that the commission has been discussing, and we have your information and your phone number, and Assistant City Manager Josh Ramirez will be reaching out so that way you can meet with him, and he's in charge of code and looking forward to discussing with you further. Thank you for joining us.
Item number 6, approval of minutes. A, joint meeting with the Harlingen City Commission and Harlingen Waterworks System Board of Trustees, December the 18th, 2023. Item B, joint special meeting of the Harlingen City Commission and Harlingen Waterworks System Board of Trustees, January 8th, 2024.
Make a motion to approve the minutes listed in 6A and 6B.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Item number 7, consent agenda. No discussion is anticipated on any of the items in this section because they are routine business, were included in the budget adoption process, or have been previously discussed as a staff report or discussion item. These items will be considered collectively by a single vote unless a commission member requests an item be removed from the consent agenda.
Is there a motion to approve all items on the consent agenda aside from item G?
No. If we can pull H and I.
G, H, and I. Is there a motion on the others?
Make a motion.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Amanda?
Okay. Item number, let me see, Matt, Mayor, 1 minute. Item G, consideration and possible action to approve a request from the Harlingen Consolidated Independent School District, HCISD, for street closures for the HCISD graduation ceremonies held Friday, May 24, 2024, and Saturday, May 25, 2024, from 5:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. or until the ceremonies have ended. Harrison Avenue, 13th Street, Jefferson Avenue, 13th Street, Monroe Avenue, 12th Street, Van Buren Avenue, 12th Street.
Is there a motion to approve?
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Abstain.
Motion carries, and for the record, Commissioner Bettis has abstained from item 7G.
Item H, consideration and possible action to approve a resolution authorizing the city manager to submit a grant application to the Texas Office of the Governor, fiscal year 2025, Border Zone Fire Departments, Special Projects Department.
Hey, Gabe, just a quick question. If you look at your brief summary, paragraph 2 talks about a possible match, if applicable. Can you just walk me through that part? explain that a little more?
Generally, Commissioner, if there are any matches that are required for capital equipment, we normally recommend that we take it out of any fund balance or excess revenue over expenditures.
When will we know if there's a match necessary?
When the loan is approved, once we get approval from.
And then they'll tell us the percentage or
Yeah,
whatnot?
I don't know offhand what that might be. I don't see Anna in here. She would have more information on that. It's generally 20%. It could be more, but again, it's a $250,000 grant, so any match, we should be able to fund that through our revenues over expenditures.
Okay. Make a motion to approve item H.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Item I, consideration and possible action to approve a resolution authorizing the city manager to submit a multiple grant applications to the Texas Office of the Governor fiscal year 2025 state and local cybersecurity grant program.
On this one, it says the match requirement is 10%
Yes.
of their overall project cost. Do we have an estimation of how much that's going to be? I know I know what you guys are going to do is for mitigation and for governance and planning, right?
Right.
But do we know or not yet?
No, not yet, Commissioner.
Okay,
As soon as we find out and get more information, we'll let you know.
appreciate it. Make a motion to approve 7I.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Item number 8, staff reports and other discussion items. Items in this section are not expected to require action by the city commission and are generally for information only. However, any item listed in this section may become an action item with the request of the mayor or after the request of any two commissioner members or the city manager. Mr. Gonzalez, do you have any reports?
No, I don't have anything to report on.
Staff, item B, staff report, Finance Department, Investment Report Review.
Sorry, if we can go back to A. I know that at one point, Gabe, we talked about setting up a sport field workshop.
Setting up what, I'm sorry?
A sport field workshop, we had talked about that. Remember we had the contracts come before us for the soccer fields,
Yes,
baseball fields?
yes. I think Javier's working on getting everybody together. I don't know where he is on that.
I think we talked about first week of March.
Excuse me.
Can you speak? I'm deaf. I can't hear you.
I apologize.
Is your mic on?
If you were, yes, the green light's on. No, if you guys recall, back in like December or November of last year, we discussed the sport field contracts. The mayor had an excellent idea to have a workshop on those. I just wanted to see where we stood on that.
For the leagues?
Yes, ma'am.
For the league?
You're still looking at the first week of March, Javier? Well, I think we need to make sure that that the leagues can send a representative during that time, and then it's got to be after 5:30, so. Okay, well, we'll make sure that we get a date from everybody that will work.
Perfect. And I just wanted to get an update, if you could give us an update real quick, on the Keep Harlingen Beautiful Board. We're going to be setting up that meeting.
Yes, we are. That board does have some funds available that we can actually use for beautification, so it's important that we get them together.
Okay.
So we do have a date for that, or we don't have a date for that?
For the.
Keep Harlingen Beautiful.
No, not yet.
What's the whole, is it still the chair, or what's going on?
No, I think staff is just reaching out to the board members
Okay.
to make sure we can get a quorum.
Would be
And-
great if we could just have a meeting maybe before
Correct.
our next commissioner meeting.
Okay. We can try to schedule that before then.
Thanks, Gabe. If we can go to B. Thank you.
Okay. Staff reports, Finance Department, Finance.
Good evening, Mayor, Commissioners. Excuse my voice, I'm a little bit getting over a cold. But this investment report is for the quarter beginning October 1st, 2023 and ending December 31st, 2023. On the left-hand side, you'll see the portfolio summary where we have our book value at $86,713,534 in cash and investments. On the middle section, you'll see the income summary for the first quarter, which totals $1,039,064. Of that is $99,559 in accretion because we do have some treasuries that have increased in value, And the remaining 939,504 is from interest income from our tax pool and our bank interest earnings. On the right-hand side, you'll see the portfolio characteristics. Our yield to maturity, our current yield to maturity is 1.87% is what we're earning. On the bottom, you'll see the asset allocation. We have approximately 2.7 in bank deposits, 80.48 in local government investment pools, which is tax pool, and 16.79 in U.S. government treasuries, which is, amounts to about 15 million. So our investments are ranked at AAA. So that shows you the ratings distribution by the type of deposit that we have. So we have demand deposits at top, our local government investment pool, and our treasuries. So as you see, our interest rates have climbed. To December, we have 5.9, whereas in January of 2022, we had a low of 0.06. So the interest rates have climbed and we're at 5.19. So that's why we're generating a lot more income than we've seen in the past. So that's really a good thing. That's a quick summary of the investments. If y'all have any
Is there
questions.
any discussion?
None. Thank you so much, Robert.
Thank you, Robert.
Thank you.
I want all the other departments to take Robert's lead in these reports.
Next item.
And that's on the the revenue generating side, right?
Both.
Next item, public hearings. At this time, the mayor will invite members of the public who have filled out the public hearing and the citizens communication form to address each item listed
Amanda.
in this section.
Amanda, we don't have any public hearings, so you don't have to read that section.
Oh, okay, thank you, sir. I was gonna say that at the very end, but, okay, that's even better. Number 10, action items. City Commission will discuss, consider, and take any action deemed necessary on items listed in this section, including the adoption of a minute order, a resolution, or an ordinance. A, consideration and possible action to approve an ordinance on first reading, amending the City of Harlingen budget for fiscal year 2024, Finance Department.
Good evening, mayors and commissioners. I prepared a brief overview of the budget, beginning with the general fund, all the way through all of the special revenues, enterprise funds, and internal service funds. So if you see our estimated fund balance on the general fund is 37,474, and our new projected revenues are 57,856,945, and our requested expenditures are 61,251,505. So that brings our estimated fund balance to 34,079. And I prepared a detailed description of everything that we're requesting, but the majority of that is encumbrance rollovers, which are purchase orders that were generated in the previous year that never came in, and so that money was encumbered in the previous year, so we're rolling those over, including the budget, to this current year. So as you see, the fund balance was high at the beginning of the year because of those rollovers. That money wasn't spent at that time, so now we're rolling those funds over into this year. So in the general fund, we're requesting additional revenues of 17,000 and expenditures of 4,031,697. And I have listed out on the executive summary all of the items that were requested. And if they went through a city commission meeting, I also put the city commission date that they were requested. And if they don't have one, then they're usually a new request. So encumbrance rollovers accounted for 2,015,275, and new department requests are 2,016,422, and that's in the general fund. The other large fund that had changes or requests was the grant awards, and those simply come from grants that we get during the year, and we roll over like the money that wasn't spent in the previous year, roll it over to this year, or if we have new grant awards. So the largest
Robert,
part.
you made a change to that
Yeah,
in
so,
the,
so from what I originally sent out, I added the revenues for the ARPA funds. So that was a large revenue that I added since we initially sent out the packet, and that was $7,917,794. So that could offset the expenditures of $11 million that we have in ARPA funds. So these are the ending fund balances, and these are the new revenue requests: 115, 383, 201, compared to your expenditures of 120, 327, 180. And again, this includes all funds of the city. If you have any questions, I can go through those.
Yes, I'll ask one here. Under the HR/risk, we had an increase of $162,835. Obviously, that's an increase for property and casualty insurance.
Right.
Can you break down the casualty insurance? What was workman's comp and what was everything else?
I could get with risk management and get that breakdown.
And then the next question is, what caused such a high increase?
I can get that answer. I'm not.
what was the question, Commissioner? I couldn't understand.
What caused the increase of 162,000 and change?
Those were just increases in the policies themselves. I think one of the ones that went up significantly was the insurance for our buildings.
What was that?
The insurance for our buildings. That's one of the reasons that there was an increase. I don't know if that was all of it, but I'll get with risk to find out, and I'll give you a detail.
The thing is, that, like when we prepare these budgets, at the time when we're preparing them, they're estimated because we don't know like the actual increases that are going to occur like during the year. So those increases may be a little bit higher than what we had expected them to be, but I can definitely get that.
If I could answer his question.
Sure.
Inflation is high. Inflation for car repairs, vehicle repairs, is beating the price of inflation. To rebuild a building entirely or to redo it, the cost of the materials are through the roof.
Right.
And so it's just not us, but our price increases reflected industry-wide. And if any of you have gotten your homeowner's insurance or your car insurance, don't be surprised to see a 15, 20, 30% increase. Numbers differ in different states and different locations.
Yeah.
But I would say this is just a normal reflection of the cost of running a business going up.
I agree.
Well, let me ask you, sir, is there anything that we can do to minimize this? Like, for instance, having a risk consultant or a safety consultant that's certified to minimize car accidents and so on down the line?
No, there's nothing we can do. I mean, we have cameras, we have transponders in our vehicles. It's just the cost of repairing a vehicle is through the roof.
I think like Gabe said also, the policies themselves have increased, and I think we've looked at the workman's comp and it actually reduced, I don't know if Erica's here, but I know that there was, she's not, but I would encourage you, Commissioner, to maybe talk to Gabe about that if you have some concerns, but.
And our property casualty insurance comes up once a year, and we look for the best prices for the best coverage.
We are doing some things with some of the accidents we've had in our police department, and we're going to enact a safety program for those officers that are involved in accidents. That won't necessarily lower the premium initially, but I think over time it'll help bring it down or at least keep it steady so it doesn't increase anymore.
And I definitely don't want to bring on consultants just to bring on consultants. Wouldn't be wise use of taxpayer money. Is there any other?
Yeah, Robert, if you look at the executive agenda item, the first page talks about expenditures increased, right? It's the second one. Third from the bottom, it says the 504,483. See that?
Yes.
Is that on top of the 400,000 that was already allocated for that, or is that a reallocation of the 400,000 plus an additional increase?
That's an additional, we have,
So it's on top of the original 4?
I believe so. We have some already, well, some of that was already used in
Correct.
in the allotment that we originally gave them. And so that, I think we have like 200 something left, plus this 504.
And is that for repairs and all that? All
It is for anything related to the animal shelter, yeah.
right, thank you.
Mhm.
So it's, is there any other questions for Robert? No? Okay.
Item 10B,
Okay,
consideration and possible
hang on
action.
1 second.
It's an action.
Mark, if you
I'm so sorry.
can read the caption?
I make a motion to approve.
We need the caption read first. 10A.
10B. An ordinance amending the revenue and expenditure budget for the city of Harlingen, Texas for fiscal year October 1st, 2023 through September 30th, 2024, providing for publication of the caption of this ordinance and ordaining other matters related to the foregoing.
Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Item 10B, consideration and possible action to approve an ordinance on first reading, amending Chapter 18 Master Fee Schedules to the Harlingen Code of Ordinances, establishing fees for certain licenses, permits, and other services provided by the City of Harlingen as they relate to the Chapter 36, Article 5, Division 2, Tony Butler Golf Course, and providing for publication and ordaining other matters pertaining to the foregoing. Go.
Hey, Mark, can you just read the caption on this one?
Yeah, it's in my book. An ordinance of the City of Harlingen, Texas, amending Chapter 18, Master Fee Schedule of the Harlingen Code of Ordinances by establishing fees for certain licenses, permits, and other services provided by the City of Harlingen as they relate to Chapter 36, Article 5, Division 2, Tony Butler Golf Course, providing for publication and ordaining other matters pertaining to the foregoing.
Make the motion approved.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We thank you so much, Jeff, for all the work you're doing out there.
Item number 11, board appointments.
Commissioner?
I don't have an appointment, I just have a question seeking clarification. We show 5 vacancies for something called the Harlingen Finance Corporation.
It needs to be dissolved.
If you go on the website and click on, the closest you can find to it is a Housing Finance Corporation. And if you go to that, it shows a list of people whose terms have all expired. It's not on my list,
Yes.
so we need to kind of
It
clarify
needs-
that one a bit.
Right. We did, last year, I did meet with all of the chairs of the boards, and this is one that I think we identified, right, Josh, it needs to be dissolved. I'm not sure if this had, it was a corporation of some sort, so that maybe get with Mark so it can get off our list. But it's not an active board.
I have none.
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 Me? Okay. Under planning and zoning, for Jesse Gomez, I'm putting in Raul Flores, if possible.
The police officer?
No.
Raul Flores?
Raul Flores. This is for planning and zoning.
Oh, fantastic.
And so are you removing someone?
Yes. Jesse Gomez.
Okay. Commissioner?
No.
All right. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Item number 12, executive session.
We have no executive session items,
Oh,
so you don't need to
All
read
right.
12.
This was a nice, short, and sweet meeting. Thank you all for joining us. We are now adjourned.